I have to share this with you guys. If you watch this, it's just completely ridiculous. Will driving lessons get cheaper after lockdown? Of course they won't. I've had numerous messages and texts of people asking for driving lessons that I'm having to refuse all the time, and I imagine every other driving instructor in the country is also. So why on earth would the price of driving lessons drop? It doesn't make any sense at all. All I can think is possibly a bit more clickbait. You tell me. Let's get your opinion. So 3.67k subscribers. Video's had 27 views and it's just this second come out. Let's have a look at what you've got to say.
Hey guys, welcome to FM Driving School. So after the first lockdown, we were inundated with phone calls asking for the prices of our driving lessons. Can it be cheap? Of course, obviously we're in a financial difficult situation right now with the economic crisis, with the pandemic. People
Inundated with phone calls from people asking for lessons to be cheaper. That's strange. I haven't had any of those, but
were losing their jobs. So people are assuming that maybe driving lessons are going to be cheaper. So we're going to discuss if it's going to be cheaper after
I
the
really
lockdown.
doubt people are
And of
assuming
course,
that we're
now
going
we're
to
in the
put the
third
price of
lockdown.
lessons
So
down when we're
after the
also in the
lockdown, will the
situation
driving
where we
lessons get
haven't worked
cheaper?
or
Will
earned
the
any money.
instructors understand that people have lost their jobs? People are in a very difficult situation in a financial.
Oh, you're trying to start a bit of a thing underneath in the comments. Should lessons be cheaper? Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Difficult situation, would that reflect in the prices of the driving lessons?
Okay, so I see what you're doing there, but I guess the main thing is, am I still providing the same quality as I was before? Yeah. Okay. How have you changed the subject? FM, how have you managed to stretch this into a 3.5 minute
If I've
video?
mentioned it before, I'm in a group chat full of driving instructors, and we discuss these things. We discuss what the average price of a driving lesson is, what people should be doing, how driving instructors should be,
Okay,
pricing their
trying to
driving
promote a
lessons,
bit of
etc.
discussion.
It's
Okay,
just a group
I can work
discussion
with that.
of us instructors. But let's talk about from a student's point of view. Look, we've just come out of lockdown. Maybe we haven't got enough money. We haven't got enough savings. We've lost our jobs, but we need that license.
You instructors are ripping us off. Oh, that's an interesting statement. I think someone needs to find out actually our ingoings and
Can the
outgoings.
driving lessons get cheaper? First of all, you have to also understand that your driving instructor hasn't been working.
No,
They've
well
also
done.
lost
We
their
haven't been
income.
working.
They've also got bills to pay. So you have to understand from their point of view that one of the reasons why they would not want it to be cheap, but if anything, they might want to bump it up and make the prices
Yeah,
a little bit higher because
I'm not
they've
bumping it
also
up. I'm
lost,
keeping it the same.
their income stream coming
Yeah,
through.
so am I, mate. So am I.
Yes, I know you could argue, but the government did help pay out and give them some
They
money,
didn't
but
pay
they
me
have
out,
also got
pal.
bills. Now, the other flip side of the coin is, there might be some driving instructors out there who do it as a part-time job, who do it as just
Okay,
a secondary
yeah.
income. So it's not really their full-time professional job. So those kind of instructors, they may possibly decide to undercut the market, bring it by a lower price, and therefore give the false impression that yes, instructors are bringing the prices down. But don't forget, these guys are doing it as
Okay, so I had it wrong. He's actually answering the question to people that are maybe there's something going around that they want driving instructors to make lessons cheap. Maybe they're starting a petition or something, I don't know. And he's actually answering that question. So, well, yeah, I suppose
the
this is quite good.
part-time job. It's not their main source of income. So personally, of course, I get students call me up saying, "Look, someone else is giving a lower price. Why can you not match it?" You have to understand, we're fully qualified. We've been teaching for so long.
Yeah, prices differ from person to person. When I first started as a driving instructor, I was charging £20 a lesson. I then went up to 22, 24, and between 26 and £28 an hour now. And that's down to value. What value do you get out of this? Not everyone's the same. And I know that the value I provide is good enough to charge that. I know driving instructor trainers that charge £40 an hour, and people will happily pay it, including me, because they are just absolutely fantastic. And you get the value for money out of that. So you get for, as they say, what you pay for.
We've got the experience. We know how to get you guys past. We don't want to, bring the prices too low. If you bring the price too low, you bring the quality low. So I'll say
Bring the prices low and you bring the quality low. Well, I don't know about the quality, but the expenses that you actually have to pay for, you've got a car, you've got your insurance, you've got all that jazz. The insurance is obviously a lot more. You've got the issue with every other student bashing your wheel into a curb. You've obviously got the huge amount of fuel costs. You can see all this in one of my previous videos about how much the driving instructors make. You've got the odd student puncturing the tyre. That then loses earnings for you for the rest of the day where you go and get that fixed because you can't do anything else with that. You've got wear and tear on the car. There's so many expenses. You can't afford to really put the prices much lower. When I started out, I was losing money and I wasn't making anything. But you've got to do that to start a business. No business is successful straight away.
The simple answer is yes, there might be some instructors out there who might bring the prices of their lessons lower. Maybe they want to attract more customers in and they're struggling, or maybe it's their part time job, so they don't really care.
Another point to make is I've had a lot of students come to me after going to the previous instructor and they've had some ridiculous price like 10 lessons for £100, and I've had them and they've actually said, Josh, I've only had 3 lessons with them and I told them to keep the rest of the money because it was a complete waste of time. You spent the time sitting on the side of the road talking about football. That is not value for money. So again, you get what you pay for and it's simple as that.
About the income, because it's a secondary income, but most instructors out there will keep the price stable, will keep it at the
Yeah,
same level it
fixed
was
price,
initially
damn
at.
right.
Maybe they might make it a bit higher because
I won't be
like I
going
said,
any
it's a
higher. I'm
professional
staying the
job for us, it's
same.
a full-time job for
I
us.
don't
We're
need to go
fully
any higher. I
trained.
don't want
So
to go
after
any
the
higher.
lockdown, I
Don't think it's
personally
fair.
would say I don't believe a fully qualified driving instructor trained profession would bring the prices a bit lower.
Okay, FM. I take everything I said back about that video. I do support it. It was a good video, and I'm glad you've answered that question for people. So I'm going to like, and I'm even going to comment below. Excellent video, FM. I fully support it. That's answered a question for you. Give it a like so other people can find it as well. That's it for today. See you soon.